So, a few weeks ago, like actually maybe even a week ago, I don't remember. It was pretty recently. Cade Cunningham's team that he committed to, Oklahoma State, they got a postseason ban, and then it raised the rumor about Cade Cunningham, and if he was going to leave because of the postseason ban. There were talks about him going to like Kentucky or North Carolina. There was talks about him going to potentially the G League. And he decided, like, today, like, he released a video saying that, he's staying at Oklahoma State. He's going to stay loyal. And honestly, it really isn't that surprising. And the reason it really isn't that surprising to me is he didn't commit to Oklahoma State because of team success. And he didn't join them, because if he wanted team success, he would have gone to Kentucky. He would have gone to Duke, he would have gone to North Carolina, he would have gone to one of those big schools. And he chose to stay at Oklahoma State because of the fact that his brother's there probably. Now, it did look like it for a bit of a minute that he could have potentially leave, because he did change his Instagram profile picture from his picture wearing the Oklahoma State jersey to the picture of him in his EYBL jersey. He kind of deleted everything off his Instagram. People were making a big fuss out of it. I was kind of talking about that, like, hey, he is changing his stuff, like, what's going on here? But he never unfollowed Oklahoma State's Instagram, which, that probably was a tongue sign he was going to stay. I should have realized that. I think everyone should have realized that as well. And the reason I don't think it's that big of a deal if he stays now is because I don't think it's a big deal for his NBA future if he goes to play in the tournament or not. Because, I've said in any other video I made about him, like, we've seen guys like Markelle Fultz, we've seen guys like Ben Simmons, we've seen, guys like that not make the tournament and still go first overall. There's a chance that we have another one this year with Anthony Edwards. His team was definitely not making the tournament, and he's projected to be the first overall pick. So, again, making the tournament isn't as big of a deal as people think. I think it can help someone's stock. I don't think not making it could hurt someone's stock if Cade plays well. The only reason I see Cade falling outside of, like, the top 3 is if he plays, like, horrible. Like, if he's just not good at all. But I doubt that. He's really good. He's one of the best prospects I've ever seen. Now, again, it's not surprising because, again, knowing that he didn't do this because of team success really makes it so, like, yeah, he probably was going to stay. He didn't pick Oklahoma State because of team success, obviously. He chose it because probably his brother was there. And again, it doesn't matter if he makes the tournament or for his NBA future. And again, I don't know necessarily if he would have wanted to join, like, North Carolina or Duke or Kentucky, because, like, they already have their guys. Like I said earlier, like, does he really want to go join, like, super teams? Like, does he want to go to North Carolina and play with, like, Caleb Love and Walker Kessler, his former high school teammate, Daron Sharp? Does he want to go join that team? Does he want to join a super team like Kentucky does, like BJ Boston, Terrence Clark, what's his name? Lance Wade, guys like that? Did he want to go to a school like Duke that has one of the best classes in the country? Like Jalen Johnson, DJ Stewart, Jeremy Rhodes, like Mark Williams. Like, they have their guys. Like, I don't know if it's in his DNA to join the super team. I know he was on a super team in high school, but I think that was more of the product of him going to a prep school to get his name out there, and it clearly paid off. He's the best player in the country now. He went from, like, 8th to 1st. But I don't know if he wanted to do that, but again, staying makes sense. It's kind of like, I feel like the same thing would happen with, like, Josh Christopher. If Arizona State got a ban from the tournament, I think he would have stayed because, his brother's on the team. I think it's a lot to do with the fact that Cade's brother is on the Oklahoma State coaching staff. Like, I feel like that has a big factor in this. Because, again, Oklahoma State didn't necessarily have the strongest recruiting class. They had a good one, mostly because of, Cade. But, that wasn't the strongest recruiting class. It's not the strongest roster, and it's not really a storied program. Like, Cade Cunningham is their first 5-star recruit since Marcus Smart, and that was in 2012. So, I think that it isn't surprising that he's staying because, again, the lack of postseason success and the lack of them not even going to be able to make the tournament this year probably wasn't going to affect him because, again, like I said, it doesn't affect his draft stock if he plays well during the regular season. If he averages like 17, 5, and 6 in the regular season, he'll go first overall or second overall. He won't fall out of the top 3. And again, he didn't join Oklahoma State to necessarily because of the win. I think he wants to win. No, don't get me wrong. I'm betting he does want to win, but I don't think that making a tournament necessarily was the biggest priority when he chose Oklahoma State. But that being said, give me your thoughts. What do you think Cade should have done? For me personally, I think it would have been cool if he went to the G League. But again, I feel like that's his decision to make. It's his future. We need to respect what he's doing. We need to respect the decisions that he's making. And just because we don't like it and we don't like the NCAA, or maybe just me, but others don't, and we want to see their downfall. If he feels like the NCAA route is the best way for him, playing Oklahoma State's the best way for him to make it to the NBA, we have to respect that, because that's his decision to make. Of course, I'm not against the NCAA completely. I'm not saying college basketball is bad. I'm not saying we should get rid of it. I'm just saying that we should give kids more alleyways and a lot less of a corrupt way to get to the NBA, or give them an option too. But if they feel that college is the right route, we should allow them to take that route as well. But I also think that routes like the G League and overseas are viable options as well. But it's up to the kid to feel what he's most comfortable doing, and for every kid, we have to respect that decision. But again, leave a comment below about what you think. And that's all I really gotta say about the situation. The Atlanta Hawks video I'm making is done. It'll go up probably around 1 o'clock today. So be on the lookout for that. It'll be the first video in my series where I'm talking about all 30 NBA teams and what they should do. So again, be ready for that. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And have a nice day. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much. It means so much to me, guys. You guys don't understand. But again, thank you. Like and subscribe if you're new. Feel free to leave feedback in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.